Hello everyone, people, you are great on the Keto channel. And in today's video there will be bicycle, chain protection from pebbles there, in general. All these things that most often kill, well, they don't even kill, but make your frame ugly, so let's go. The set consists of 2 stickers that are on double-sided. We have 3M adhesive tape. These are all the pies, as usual. We have a silicone overlay on the frame for the stay so that our chain doesn't hit, or rather, it hits, but does NT knock off the paint, and carbon seems to be even worse. It can just destroy the structure of carbon if there's just paint on aluminum. Let's fight back. Let me show you with an example that at prices here. Here's a small one that measures 22 by 6 centimeters. And of course, a large one 34 by 7. You can basically order 2 like this and glue the entire lower tube right up to the steering tube. But usually, most often they even fly, not small ones, but simply more likely to fly off from the front wheel onto the bottom of the frame because ski wax is very rare. You've just driven into some kind of swamp, then at least you should have some kind of fender to protect this down tube, which is the most important thing in terms of prices. Of course, this little thing is 250 rubles, this little thing is 350. Links below, booth below in the description. There are several modifications, namely the sizes, some a little larger, a little smaller, already wider. In general, you can come see. By the way, made in Taiwan. Now we'll open it right away and see, this is what it says. That silicone, by the way, I already glued one in Cuba. And damn it, it stuck really well. It stuck well, I didn't even have to heat it up. If you have, for example, corners like these that don't stick well, then you can use a hair dryer a little. It's not even necessary to heat it up with a simple construction hair dryer, so that the corners soften and stick better. And this one, so as not to cut such a huge one, looks very much like the scales of a dragon, or maybe fish. Look more like fish. The only negative thing that I just noticed, well, what do you think? Write in the comments that the dirt is straight. The dirt between these cracks will really get clogged. It's okay, but by the way, it really feels like such a soft stone flying crashed into nothing. You just then changed this sticker, for example, if it had already started to come off or was torn, and that's all, and your frame is intact, everything is very good. So now I'll go install it, stick everything, and then we'll continue now. So don't switch to understand where we should stick this sticker itself. Yes, protect. We also need to look at where our chain can hit in theory, even purely. Even if you loosen it, even if you try with your finger, yes, somewhere here. The most extreme position is on the small star. On the big ones, of course, here it will move away. It will be somewhere in the middle. A possible blow is only, and so it turns out somewhere from here. Well, in principle, where can you go from here? We already need to glue in before that, of course, but all of this needs to be degreased, in case there was some kind of lubricant, there was dust, oil, and everything like that. So before that, of course, everything needs to be degreased. Well, then we just take it off. Well, now we use glue again to see where Approximately, here is the most extreme. Position. And we get this cutout that goes right under the mud gap. That is, even if we moved the sticker further, we get the result, then the gap would be smaller than the mud gap on one side. And the same as before. So, under this cutout, how to navigate all this coincided. Well, it needs to be creased in principle. It doesn't even lag anywhere, it immediately stuck. Well, if suddenly, of course, as I said, these corners rise somewhere, then just try heating it with some kind of hair dryer and thereby it will soften and stick well. In this case, damn, it's actually stuck perfectly, so we look, for example, the flail will hit right on this very same protection. All these neoprene protections, yes, that's also good, but I still noticed, then you take it off. But still, under the bottom there are these marks left there. Broken off paint, and plus the sound, it generally absorbs a little. But compared to rubber, even silicone will dampen the sound just fine. Well, in principle, we do the same with the big one, which we will glue to the downpipe. In principle, I won't just show this, I'll show you the result later. What it looks like. I actually glued it to the lower pipe. The pancake is glued right. I don't know how it will hold on over time. At least in my Cuba it held up really well. It's already started there in some places, not just peeling off, but tear off the rubber itself, because it got caught somewhere, leaned against it, and so on. But here it's just even here. It would seem like such a small bevel is bent, and it's still visible that it stuck well, and even the name didn't fit right. Flush. Maybe someone I would have thought that. Like, oh, why didn't you get in? Like I would have sealed the bottom there. Well, it's like there's a drain hole here. Well, like a drainage hole. Yes, you could, like, make a hole in it later, but then we'd have most of it. It wouldn't have been possible for the lower tube to close. In principle, maybe, yes, it was possible to even go from the bottom of the carriage and go somewhere. It's halfway there. And in principle, I decided to try this for the first time because I've already glued it, and peel it off 100 times. The glue will be worse, then it will just stick. And by the way, you can immediately evaluate from the other side how the protective tape is stuck on the inside of the frame. We also see that nothing has come off so far. Everything is holding together. In general, these are the pies. Yes, of course, it won't be that easy to clean out the dirt from here. It's problematic, but here it will really be stuffed into the tread, so to speak. This one, well, you can clean everything with a toothbrush, and everything will be okay. So what is this simple little short video today? I hope it turned out so that I really recommend at least these two adjustment rolls. Of course, I don't care. But then your bike will simply not become ILFO, it will be ugly later. Thank you all for your attention. Andre was with you, the whale. Channel is great. Good luck to everyone until we meet again. Bye.